What if I told you that in a small village nestled in the mountains of Japan, 90-year-olds are climbing steep hillsides with the agility of people half their age? What if the secret to their incredible joint health has been hiding in plain sight for over 1,000 years? Today, I'm going to share with you an ancient Japanese practice that could transform your mobility and give you back the freedom you thought was lost forever. My name is Grace, and for the past 15 years, I've been studying traditional Japanese wellness practices. 3 years ago, I had the incredible opportunity to live among the elders of Okinawa and witness something that completely changed my understanding of aging. I watched 85-year-olds tend to their gardens for hours without complaint, saw grandmothers in their 90s dancing at festivals, and met centenarians who moved with a grace that defied everything I thought I knew about joint health. But here's what shocked me most. When I asked these remarkable seniors about their secret, they all pointed to the same ancient practice, a ritual so simple, so elegant, that it seemed almost too good to be true. Yet the results spoke for themselves in every confident step, every fluid movement, every pain-free morning these incredible people experienced. Before we dive into this life-changing discovery, I need you to understand something crucial. Everything you've been told about joint deterioration being inevitable as you age is not the complete picture. Yes, our bodies change over time, but the Japanese approach to joint health reveals that we have far more control over our mobility than Western medicine typically acknowledges. In traditional Japanese culture, there's a concept called ikigai, which roughly translates to reason for being. But there's another concept that's equally important yet rarely discussed outside of Japan. It's called Karada no Chie, which means wisdom of the body. This philosophy teaches that our bodies possess an innate intelligence, and when we work with this intelligence rather than against it, remarkable healing becomes possible. The ancient secret I'm about to share with you is rooted in this wisdom. It's a practice that has been passed down through generations of Japanese families, refined over centuries of observation and application. But before I reveal this powerful technique, let me paint you a picture of what life could look like when your joints are truly thriving. Imagine waking up in the morning without that familiar stiffness that seems to have become your unwelcome companion. Picture yourself standing up from a chair without hesitation, without bracing yourself, without that moment of uncertainty about whether your knees will cooperate. Envision walking upstairs with confidence, gardening without pain, playing with your grandchildren without limitation. This isn't wishful thinking. This is the reality for countless Japanese seniors who have embraced this ancient practice. And the beautiful thing is, it doesn't require expensive equipment, complicated procedures, or dramatic lifestyle changes. In fact, the simplicity of this approach is part of its genius. The secret lies in understanding what the Japanese call kansetsu no nagare, which translates to the flow of the joints. Traditional Japanese wisdom recognizes that joints are not merely mechanical hinges, but dynamic systems that respond to subtle movements, breath, and intention. When we learn to work with this natural flow, rather than forcing our joints through rigid motions, something magical begins to happen. The practice I'm about to share combines 3 fundamental elements that work together in perfect harmony. The first element is what the Japanese call Yasashii Undo, or gentle movement. But this isn't gentle in the way you might think. It's not about moving slowly or weakly. Instead, it's about moving with precision, awareness, and respect for your body's current capacity, while gradually expanding that capacity over time. The second element is Kokyu, which means breath coordination. In Japanese tradition, breath is considered the bridge between mind and body. When we coordinate specific breathing patterns with joint movements, we activate the body's natural healing mechanisms. symptoms. This isn't just philosophical concept. Modern research has shown that proper breathing techniques can reduce inflammation, improve circulation, and enhance the body's production of natural, pain-relieving compounds. The third element is shinin, which encompasses both intention and visualization. Japanese elders understand that the mind plays a crucial role in joint health. When we move with clear intention and visualize our joints becoming more fluid and pain-free, we're actually programming our nervous system to support these outcomes. Now, let me guide you through the foundational practice that incorporates all three elements. I call it the morning mountain flow, inspired by the daily ritual I witnessed in those Japanese mountain villages. This sequence takes just 10 minutes and can be adapted to any mobility level. Begin by standing comfortably, feet shoulder width apart. Close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths, imagining roots growing from your feet deep into the earth. This grounding visualization is crucial because it helps establish the mind-body connection that makes everything else more effective. Start with gentle neck rotations. But here's the key difference from typical neck exercises. As you slowly turn your head to the right, breathe in and visualize warm, healing light flowing into your cervical vertebrae. As you return to center and move left, breathe out and imagine any tension or stiffness leaving your body. Complete 5 rotations in each direction, always maintaining this breath visualization coordination. Next, move to your shoulders. Raise them slowly toward your ears while breathing in, visualizing space being created between each vertebra in your spine. Lower them while breathing out, imagining tension melting away like snow in spring sunlight. The Japanese believe that shoulder tension is often the root of many joint problems because it affects posture and creates compensatory patterns throughout the body. Now, for the revolutionary part that sets this practice apart from conventional joint exercises. Place your hands on your lower back and begin gentle hip circles. But instead of just moving mechanically, breathe into your hip joints with each circle. Visualize synovial fluid, the natural lubricant in your joints, flowing freely and nourishing the cartilage. The Japanese understanding is that visualization isn't just mental exercise. It actually influences physiological processes. Continue with knee lifts, but lift each knee only as high as comfortable while breathing in. As you lower your leg, breathe out and imagine your knee joint becoming more stable and resilient. The goal isn't to achieve perfect form immediately, but to gradually expand your range of motion while maintaining the breath visualization pattern. Finish with ankle rotations, pointing and flexing your feet while seated if needed. With each movement, breathe consciously and visualize improved circulation flowing all the way down to your toes. Japanese tradition teaches that healthy feet are the foundation of healthy joints throughout the body. But here's what makes this practice truly transformative. It's not just about the physical movements. The Japanese approach recognizes that joint health is deeply connected to emotional well-being, sleep quality, nutrition, and social connection. The seniors I studied didn't just do their morning movement practice in isolation. They often practiced together, supporting each other, sharing stories, and maintaining the social bonds that research shows are crucial for healthy aging. This brings us to another crucial aspect of the Japanese approach, the concept of ikiai, or life energy cultivation. The elders I met understood that joint health isn't just about preventing pain. It's about maintaining the vitality and independence that allows them to continue contributing to their communities well into their golden years. They also emphasize the importance of seasonal awareness in joint care. During colder months, they would modify their practice to include more warming movements and spend extra time on visualization techniques that generate internal heat. In warmer seasons, they would incorporate more flowing, dance-like movements that celebrate the increased flexibility that warmth brings to their bodies. Nutrition plays a supporting role in this ancient approach, but not in the way you might expect. Rather than focusing on specific supplements or rigid dietary rules, Japanese seniors emphasize eating in harmony with the seasons, choosing foods that support their body's current needs, and maintaining a grateful relationship with nourishment. They often mention foods rich in natural anti-inflammatory compounds like ginger, turmeric, and green tea, but always within the context of overall dietary balance. Perhaps most importantly, the Japanese approach to joint health includes what they call Tanoshimi, or joyful anticipation. These remarkable seniors don't view their daily movement practice as a chore or medical necessity. They approach it with curiosity, playfulness, and genuine enjoyment. This positive emotional state isn't just pleasant. Research suggests it actually enhances the physical benefits of movement by reducing stress hormones and promoting the release of natural healing compounds. As you begin incorporating this ancient wisdom into your own life, remember that consistency is more important than intensity. The Japanese saying, "Ishi no ue ni mo sannen," means even cold stones become warm if you sit on them for 3 years. This reflects their understanding that gentle, persistent practice yields far better results than sporadic, intense efforts. Start with just the basic breathing and visualization components if the full movement sequence feels challenging initially. The beauty of this practice is its adaptability. I've seen it work for people with severe arthritis, those recovering from joint surgery, and individuals who hadn't exercised in years. The key is respecting your current limitations while gently, consistently expanding your possibilities. The transformation doesn't happen overnight, but most people begin noticing subtle improvements within 2 to 3 weeks. First, you might notice improved sleep quality as your body begins to release tension it has been holding for months or years. Then, you may observe that your morning stiffness begins to ease. Eventually, movements that once caused discomfort become fluid and pain-free. What I find most inspiring about this ancient Japanese approach is how it reframes the entire conversation around aging and joint health. Instead of accepting decline as inevitable, it offers a path toward continued vitality and independence. Instead of treating symptoms, it addresses root causes. Instead of requiring dependence on external solutions, it empowers you with tools you can use anywhere, anytime, for the rest of your life. The seniors I met in Japan didn't just survive their golden years, they thrived in them. They maintained their dignity, their independence, and their ability to contribute meaningfully to their families and communities. Most remarkably, they did it without expensive medications, complicated procedures, or dramatic lifestyle overhauls. They did it with wisdom, patience, and a practice so simple that it almost seems too good to be true. But here's the truth that those Japanese mountain villages taught me. Sometimes the most powerful solutions are also the simplest ones. Sometimes ancient wisdom holds keys that modern complexity has overlooked. Sometimes the path to extraordinary health begins with a single conscious breath, a gentle movement, and the decision to treat your body with the respect and care it deserves. Your joints have been carrying you faithfully for decades. They deserve your attention, your gratitude, and your commitment to their continued health. The ancient Japanese secret I've shared with you today is more than just a movement practice. It's a doorway to reclaiming the vibrant, pain-free mobility that is your birthright, regardless of your age. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up, you have a choice. You can continue accepting stiffness and discomfort as inevitable parts of aging, or you can begin your own journey toward the kind of graceful, pain-free movement that Japanese centenarians have been enjoying for over 1,000 years. The choice and the power is entirely in your hands. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.